Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Haupt, Jodi's former assistant coach, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Jodi personally and professionally for the last 10 years.
And I'm Jake Courtney, a former assistant coach and student. I have also known Jodi for 10 years. We are here to introduce Jodi West as one of this year's Hall of Fame inductees. Excuse me? We are honored to be part of this celebration. There is no other program that has as many dedicated individuals as speech and debate. The members of the Hall of Fame embody a lifetime of dedication, knowledge, passion, and talent. Today, Jodi joins their ranks.
We thought it would be appropriate for those of you in the room who don't know Jodi very well, for us to tell you a little bit about her. There are many things that can be said about Jodi West, but we immediately came to the conclusion that if there was one thing you needed to know about Jodi, is that she is an extreme person. Allow me to explain. First off, it's safe to say that Jodi is extremely impulsive. For instance, she might say, "I'm going to paint my dining room today." And before you know it, she has replaced the flooring, countertop, all appliances, the dining room table, and painted the walls. Or how about the time she texted me when she really did renovate her entire living room and then randomly bought a new car?
Aside from impulsive, I can attest to the fact that Jodi is extremely expressive. Jodi does not mince her words. When she says cases are due Monday, what she really means is, why haven't you already done these, and why do I have to remind you again? Now, let's just say you really do turn your cases in on time. Don't get your hopes up, because within the hour, you will have the dissected remains of your pride and joy returned to you with 30 revisions.
While her debaters are working on revisions, Jodi can multitask by watching one of her speeches run through their performance. Because she is so expressive, you will know instantly by the squinting of her eyes and raised eyebrow if she has enjoyed your performance or if it's headed down south real fast.
But let's not forget, Jodi is extremely persuasive. It is her way or the highway. If she's reserved a hotel conference room in advance, there will be no complications. We will get our rooms on time, or we will get them for free. Or, let's just say I walk into a local business and ask for a donation towards our home tournament's raffle. They will tell me, no. Jodi will walk into that same establishment and be given gift cards, merchandise, and a key to the front door.
Obviously, Jodi has very extreme qualities. The most notable, though, being she is extremely selfless. Her speech family is what motivates her to spend countless hours reviewing speech cuts and debate cases, scheduling hotel accommodations, and ensuring that no kid needs to worry about how they can afford a nationals trip after qualifying. She fiercely supports her speech babies from the moment they join her team. She will go to any length to ensure her students succeed in tournaments, in school, in their career, and in achieving their maximum potential. Jodi, I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to coach alongside you for all these years. And I'm grateful that we've become close friends and you are considered part of my family. The fact that you spoil my little boys and always support me means the world. I couldn't think of anyone more worthy of this honor, and you truly deserve to be celebrated.
Hi, Jodi. I know that being sentimental is a challenge for you, and it is for me too, but I wanted to say that you've made a huge impact on my life. I know I drove you crazy and I never turned my cases in on time. At this tournament, I hand wrote them in my hotel room. Sorry. But I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for your influence. Looking back, I appreciate your straightforward approach to mentoring, and as a young educator, I find myself frequently repeating your words of wisdom to my own students, but I can't repeat those on camera. So, congratulations on being a Hall of Famer, and we couldn't be more proud of you.
It is with great pleasure that we introduce you to our Hall of Famer, Jodi West.
Before I start, I feel like I need to clarify some things. I am all of those things they've said. The impulsiveness, the buying the new car, getting new furniture, all true. And with Jake writing his case at States in the hotel room, definitely true. Now, over 2 decades ago, I would have never thought I would have been coaching here today, and definitely would have not have thought I would have gotten this award. In fact, it's been a running joke with my team throughout the years that if this ever actually happened, I would give a speech something like this. Thanks for the great honor. Let our goal for today be to not get our round protested, and good luck at round 1. Bye. I was told I could not do that. Sorry. So now you get to really hear me ramble for a couple more minutes about what I think speech and debate is for all of us. Now, joining speech and debate in high school at Girard, it really changed my life as it has so many of you. To fully understand that, though, you need to see I wasn't a really athletic person. My parents didn't understand that. In fact, they signed me up for basketball. It was bad. Really bad. I am not athletic. I can't run. I can barely see. Basketball did not work out. It kind of crushed my father as he was a sports fan of every sport imaginable. Now, because of that awkward situation, I kind of shied away from joining any type of activities throughout school. This continued into high school. Unfortunately, Todd Stratford did not feel that way. One day in English class, he asked me to come to a debate practice. I said, sure, why not? That moment changed my life. Now, I guess you could say that Stratford is the one to blame for me being involved in speech, because he's the one that convinced me to start doing it all that years ago. That is where my passion began, was that speech and debate practice that night. So if any of you run into him, and I quote, "No Clevelanders, you still see him," he's the one to blame. Now, we all know students and coaches, you put a lot of time into practicing paperwork, fundraising for this activity. The tournaments alone take forever. We sacrifice so much time while doing this activity we love. So at this point in time, I really need to take a moment to thank a very important person in my life that basically sacrificed their time with me. Now, because speech and debate takes so much time, I wasn't there for this person all the time while they were growing up. I missed lots of band concerts and soccer games. So at this point, I really need to thank my son, Tyler West, for sacrificing his time with me so that I could coach year in and year out. Now, let's face it, I'm not the best mother. At speech tournaments, I tend to forget about him sometimes. 2 years ago, at this very tournament, I forgot him at the Congress School. True story. He has not let me forget about that. I need to thank Amy Roediger and Bill Frank for giving him their phone to call me and be like, "Mom, where are you?" I will forever try to make that up to you. But hopefully in a few years, though, Tyler, I will not be here just as a coach attending the state finals, but as a mother of a student competing at it. I also need to thank all the coaches in Youngstown and really across Ohio that embraced me as a coach, even though I definitely lack tact at some times. It was greatly appreciated, and I definitely thank you. The support that I've received from all of you over the years was tremendously helpful. Now, when I was told I was receiving such a wonderful honor, I contacted some of my former students from Warren JFK and Poland Seminary throughout the years and asked them how speech and debate impacted their lives. Now, 3 overwhelming sentiments were repeated by just about every single one of them. 1, speech and debate was memorable and a lot of fun, not only through the performance aspect of it, but truly from the people that they met and got to know and become friends with along the way. That they really never would have met those people without participating in speech and debate. 2, speech and debate allowed them to be successful in other realms of their lives outside of high school. The importance of being able to speak on the spot at work, and in college classes, and being confident in job interviews was important to them. And 3, speech and debate allowed them to experience life outside of their own communities that they normally would not have gotten to get the experience of. Now, we traveled a lot as a team over the United States, so it was important for them to have the ability to see how others lived and the diversity that existed outside of their microcosm. It helped to shape them and develop compassion and a better understanding of tolerance and the inequity that exists in the world. However, I do have an outlier. A former debater, Tom Lipinski, said that without debate, and I quote, "I would have not been able to convince my wife, a former North Carolina debate state champion, to even go on a date with me." So I guess debate can be a matchmaker for you too. Now, at this moment, I think everyone knows I have a certain obsession with someone in the coaching community. I love Bob Schurz. He is one of my favorite coaches of all time, and I randomly ask him to marry me all the time. He tells me no. Bob, Vegas, only a short fly away. As coaches, though, we all hope you have things that you achieve during your time in speech and debate. These things usually go far beyond winning trophies and awards. For myself, my goal is for you to come out of speech and debate a better person than when you came in. To me, you're all acorns. And no, I don't mean that you're just simply nuts falling off a tree. You see, an acorn is a symbol of strength and power. In the fall, these tiny yet hard little nuggets drop to the ground from oak trees. And come spring, they take root and begin to form a mighty oak tree. Now, it takes a while for the tree to fully mature. As the acorn turns into the mighty oak tree, it truly represents patience and hard work, as it takes a lot of time. Each and every one of you, as students, are an acorn. You start off as these tiny little nuggets, but as you're nurtured by your coaches, you become nice young adults, questioning life's lessons. By the time you graduate, our goal is that you're going to be that mighty oak tree. You are an acorn, perfect in all of your possibilities. It isn't what lays behind you. You have a wonderful world and life to live in front of you. What's important is that power that lies in each and every one of you. Take the lessons that you learn in speech and apply them to the world once you graduate. What I guess I'm trying to say is life is short. There are a lot of people you meet walking the halls over the years during this activity. There's going to be trophies, championships, and tears. But the thing that will mean the most are the friendships that you make and take with you along the way when you're done. You have the strength and the power in each and every one of you to change the world. And I hope each and every one of you take advantage of that. Thank you.